The day slips away while you huddle in the cocoon of your comfortable, fearful existence. Every minute wasted is a minute that your future self will curse you for. In a world where power is seized by those bold enough to act regardless of the terror that stifles them, there is one undeniable truth. The secret rituals of the world's most powerful people aren't accidental. They are deliberate acts of defiance against a system built to keep you small. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on these rituals. And if you have even a shred of desire to break free from mediocrity, you'd better listen closely. The path to power is paved with ruthlessness. The successful don't wait for the perfect moment, nor do they let the useless emotions of doubt, fear, and complacency hold them back. They understand that every ritual they perform is a strike against a society that would rather see them live a life of regret and frustration. They know that greatness isn't whispered into existence. It's hammered out through sweat, sacrifice, and an uncompromising commitment to personal excellence. And so they start every day by making a choice. A decision that, in that moment, reaffirms their defiance against a destiny of mediocrity. Imagine rising before the sun while the rest of the world is still shackled by their own groggy slumber. In those pre-dawn hours before distractions can muddy your thoughts, there is a sacred silence. It is in this darkness that the powerful awaken not just their bodies, but their minds. They force themselves out of bed, not because they feel like it, but because they understand that the world does not wait for the hesitant. Every minute before sunrise is an investment, a wager on the future that only the brave are willing to make. And this isn't just about waking up early. It's about conquering that little voice that whispers, "Stay in bed, it's too hard." The robust ritual of an early start is the first salvo in the war against your weaker self. Once you have commandeered the morning, the next battle is within, a relentless discipline over your body. The powerful recognize that the body is not merely a vessel to be taken for granted. It is the temple through which all achievements are manifested. They exercise not for vanity, but for mastery. Every drop of sweat, every labored breath in the gym is a protest against weakness. Because here's the hard truth. If you don't sculpt your body will sculpt you into an image of failure. The rituals of physical training, be it cardio, strength work, or martial arts, demand that you confront discomfort head-on, that you endure the burn and the pain as a reminder that growth only comes when you push past your limits. This isn't about fleeting aesthetics. It's about forging an iron will that stands as an unbreakable foundation for every decision you make later in life. With your body honed and your mind sharpened by the hard-won clarity of the early hours, the next step in this sacred ritual is to challenge your inner critic. The world's most powerful people understand that success is not determined by the absence of fear, but by the willingness to act in spite of it. They engage in practices that quiet the nagging doubts, a meditation, a moment of reflection, journaling their victories and setbacks alike. This ritual is not for the faint-hearted. It requires you to stare your darkest fears in the face and declare that they do not have dominion over you. It demands that you dismantle your inner voice of caution, piece by piece, until all that remains is the raw, unfiltered will to succeed. In these silent moments, when the world is still asleep and your thoughts are unrestrained, you learn that your fears are nothing more than ephemeral shadows, easily dispelled by the fire of your resolve. What if I told you that part of the secret ritual is embracing the chaos of a structured day? The powerful don't shy away from meticulously planning every hour. They celebrate it. Every minute scheduled is a minute conquered over the randomness of life. They dictate the agenda instead of allowing life's unpredictable gusts to steer them off course. For them, a detailed plan isn't a mere to-do list. It's a blueprint for domination, a calculated strategy to maximize every second they have. This rigorous regimen might sound monstrous, but to those who have tasted the success that comes from unwavering focus, it is the only path forward. It's not for everyone. It's for those who have the guts to take the reins, to design a life where every action has a purpose and every ritual builds toward a future that defies the mediocre norms society has set. Some might say that such strict rituals are the antithesis of spontaneity. But let me be clear, spontaneity is a luxury for those who have already secured their future. The truly powerful understand that there is no such thing as a perfect moment of inspiration waiting to come. Instead, they create those moments. They know that the process of success is not a cascade of serendipity, but a series of deliberate actions repeated day in and day out. In this ironclad system, there is no room for half-hearted effort or fleeting inspiration. There is only the relentless pursuit of excellence. Every ritual, every routine is a stroke of rebellion against a life of mediocrity, a statement that you refuse to be ordinary, that you demand extraordinary results even when the odds seem insurmountable. But let's get real for a moment. These rituals are brutal. They test you. They force you to confront parts of yourself that you'd rather keep hidden. They make you face your laziness, your procrastination, and your endless stream of excuses. Every time you skip a workout, every moment you give in to the allure of comfort instead of the discomfort of progress, you reinforce the weak self that you vowed to overcome. And that, my friend, is not acceptable if you truly wish to be among the elite. The secret rituals of the most powerful aren't about maintaining a delicate balance. They're about taking extreme, decisive action against every force that seeks to hold you back. Let's talk about the raw, unfiltered discipline required. It's not enough to simply want success. You must be willing to pay the price for it, relentless sacrifice, a refusal to settle for anything less than greatness, and a daily battle against the part of you that wants to quit. Each morning when you rise, when you force yourself to leave the warmth of your bed, you send a clear message to your brain: I am in control. And that message echoes throughout your entire day, fueling every decision, every moment of perseverance. There is no alternative. If you are willing to embrace these rituals, to allow them to reshape your identity, then you begin to rewrite the very story of your life. There will be days when it feels like the world is conspiring against you, when the pain of exertion, the sting of early mornings, the mental strain of disciplined planning all combine to make you question if it's worth it. And on those days, remember this: the most powerful people in history weren't defined by the absence of difficulty. They were defined by their ability to harness it. They transformed the very obstacles that would have broken a lesser person into the fuel that propelled them to unimaginable heights. They understood that pain was the price of transformation, and that every drop of sweat, every moment of discomfort, every second spent battling your inner demons was an investment in a future where mediocrity had no place. You see, the secret rituals of the world's most powerful people are not hidden in some secret society or guarded behind a velvet rope. They are the everyday practices that any individual can adopt if they are willing to forgo the comfort of conventional living. It starts with a single decision, the decision to no longer be a slave to your fears, your laziness, your endless cycle of procrastination. It's about recognizing that your destiny is not predetermined by your past, but forged by the choices you make right now, right this moment. And each of those choices, each disciplined ritual, is a building block upon which your future success will stand tall. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine waking up on a crisp, cold morning before the sun has even dared to rise. The world is dark and silent, and while most of humanity sleeps, you are already out there, seizing the day. You slip into your workout gear, lacing up your shoes with a sense of purpose. The gym isn't just a place to train, it's an arena where you battle your inner doubts and emerge victorious, muscle by muscle, rep by rep. You push your body to its limits, each drop of sweat a testament to your commitment to greatness. And with every push, every lift, every grueling set, you silence the nagging voice of fear that tells you to be content with mediocrity. After your workout, you sit down for a moment of reflection, a brief, intense meditation where you focus your mind on the day ahead. In that quiet space, you remind yourself of your goals, of the immense challenges waiting on the horizon, and of the unyielding resolve that will see you through. This isn't just about personal growth. It's a declaration of war against every force that tries to keep you small. In that moment, you are completely present, completely in control. And as you step into the light of the new day, you bring that sense of discipline, that laser-like focus into every task, every challenge, every interaction. Throughout the day, these rituals continue to define your existence. You meticulously plan your agenda, each task a stepping stone toward your larger ambition. You refuse to be derailed by distractions, no matter how enticing they may appear. Social media, idle chit-chat, and the countless trivialities of everyday life are all meticulously managed, because you know that every wasted minute is a minute stolen from your destiny. And when moments of doubt arise, the whisper that you're not cut out for greatness, the strength that you've built through these rituals screams back at you, reminding you that you are not defined by fear, but by action. As the day unfolds, you encounter setbacks, challenges that would cripple an ordinary person. But these are the very moments that test your resolve. When faced with adversity, you recall the early mornings, the grueling workouts, the intense meditation sessions. These aren't mere routines. They are armor forged in the crucible of discipline. They remind you that you are built for this very moment, that you have been preparing all your life to face hardship head-on. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from, to conquer, and to use as the stepping stone that propels you closer to your ultimate goal. Now let's take a moment to address the critics, the voices, both external and internal, that have tried to convince you that these rituals are too extreme, that you're pushing yourself too hard. They don't understand the transformation that comes with this relentless pursuit of excellence. They cling to comfort because it is familiar and safe, but it is also a prison. The secret rituals of the powerful shatter that prison piece by piece. They force you to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself, to break free from the chains of self-imposed limitations, and to rebuild your identity on a foundation of strength, discipline, and unwavering determination. Every time you choose discipline over indulgence, every time you force yourself to act in spite of your doubts, you send shockwaves through the fabric of your existence. You redefine what is possible. The day that you fully embrace these rituals is the day that you stop being a slave to your past and start being the master of your future. And there's no room for excuses in that journey. Only hard work, relentless persistence, and the brutal acceptance that nothing worth having comes easily. In the quiet moments of reflection at the end of the day, when you sit alone with your thoughts and measure your progress against your ambitions, you may feel the weight of the sacrifices you've made. But it is that very weight that will ground you, that will remind you of the promise you made to yourself. The promise that you would never settle for mediocrity, that you would always push beyond your limits, that you would boldly challenge the very notion of what it means to be ordinary. It is the culmination of countless small victories, each one a testament to the power of these secret rituals, each one a brick in the mansion of your future success. And as the night deepens and you review the day's battles, you understand that every drop of sweat, every moment of discomfort, every sacrifice was not a burden, but a blessing. For it is in those moments that your spirit was refined, your resolve steeled, your willpower expanded. The rituals that once seemed harsh and unforgiving now shine as beacons of transformation, guiding you, empowering you, and reminding you that no matter how oppressive fear or doubt may seem, you have the power to overcome them. The secret rituals of the world's most powerful people are not reserved for a chosen few. They are available to anyone with the courage to demand more of themselves. They are the result of a relentless, almost brutal honesty with oneself, a refusal to let comfort and complacency dictate the course of your life. They are a declaration that you refuse to be average, that you are willing to wage war against every internal and external force that dares to hold you back. So as you close your eyes tonight, remember this: every ritual you perform is a step away from the life you've known and a step toward the future you dare to build. The journey will be long and fraught with challenges, but each day you rise and follow these rituals, you are fortifying your spirit, sharpening your mind, and carving out your destiny. No longer will you be defined by fear, by hesitation, by the limitations of your past. You are reborn in the fires of your own determination, a warrior in the grand arena of life, prepared to seize every opportunity, crush every obstacle, and claim the power that is rightfully yours. Your future is waiting, a future that doesn't belong to those who dream, but to those who do. The secret is simple. If you're willing to commit every fiber of your being to these rituals, to infuse every action with purpose and every moment with resolve, then you will unlock an extraordinary power within yourself. That power is not given, it is forged in the unyielding crucible of discipline, sacrifice, and relentless drive. And once you harness it, nothing in this world will be able to stop you. So rise up tomorrow morning with a hunger for greatness. Greet the dawn with a steely determination to conquer every minute of the day. Let your actions speak louder than your fears, louder than your doubts, louder than any excuse you or anyone else can muster. Embrace the pain, cherish the struggle, and let every drop of sweat be a reminder that you are building the most formidable version of yourself. A version that is unbreakable, unstoppable, and utterly uncompromising. The path ahead is not easy. It's littered with failures, setbacks, and moments when you'll want to quit. But each trial is a lesson, every stumble an opportunity to rise stronger. In the end, it's not the victories alone that define you. It's the courage to keep fighting when the world tells you to surrender. That is the true mark of power, the secret ritual of those who change the course of history. A refusal to succumb, a steadfast commitment to excellence, and a fiery belief in the limitless potential of your own will. Remember, you are not destined for mediocrity. You were born for greatness, but greatness is won, not given. It is built day by day, moment by moment, with blood, sweat, and the refusal to let even the smallest doubt impede your journey. The secret rituals are your blueprint for transforming your life. They are the habits that set the powerful apart from the ordinary, the disciplined apart from the complacent, the winners apart from those who simply dream. Let this be the moment you decide. No longer will you be a prisoner of convenience and comfort. The time has come to take the reins of your destiny, to embrace the rituals that the world's most influential figures have wielded to carve their legacy. Stand tall, fight hard, and let the harsh truth drive you forward. Only those who dare to act relentlessly, regardless of fear or doubt, will write their names in the annals of greatness.